You are the author, writing your own life story, page by page. Imagine your life as a book. Not just any book, but an epic novel, a sprawling saga, a unique and unrepeatable narrative. It has chapters filled with triumphs and sorrows, characters who shape the journey, plot twists that leave you breathless, and themes that resonate through the pages. Now, consider this: who is holding the pen? Who is deciding what happens next? For many of us, life can feel like a story being written for us. We drift along, reacting to events, following scripts handed down by family, society, or circumstance. We might feel like minor characters in someone else's plot, or perhaps like readers passively observing a narrative unfold, sometimes thrilling, sometimes tedious, often confusing. We might blame the previous chapters for the current state of affairs or feel resigned to a predetermined ending. But what if you weren't just a character, or a reader? What if you were the author? This isn't just a fanciful metaphor, it's a profound shift in perspective, an invitation to reclaim your agency and recognize the incredible power you possess to shape the narrative of your own existence. Claiming authorship means moving from passively experiencing your life story to actively, consciously writing it, page by page, day by day. It means acknowledging that while you might not control every event or character that appears, you hold the pen when it comes to your responses, your choices, your interpretations, and the direction you strive to steer the plot. Taking up the author's pen can feel daunting. It comes with responsibility. If you are the author, you can no longer solely blame external forces for the entire shape of your story. It requires courage, the courage to make choices, to define what matters, to perhaps deviate from expected storylines, and to face the blank page of the future with intention rather than apprehension. It means embracing the creative potential inherent in being alive. So, how does one consciously author their life story? Like any great writing endeavor, it involves understanding and working with the core elements of narrative. 1. Crafting your protagonist, character development. You are the protagonist of your story. Unlike fictional characters who are bound by their creator's imagination, you have the ongoing opportunity to shape who you are. This is the work of character development. Are you cultivating the traits you admire? Are you working on the flaws or patterns that hold your story back? Values as character pillars. What does your protagonist stand for? Honesty? Compassion? Courage? Resilience? Justice? Identifying your core values is like defining the fundamental traits of your main character. Living in alignment with these values gives your character integrity and depth. Skills as character abilities. What skills does your protagonist need to navigate the plot? These might be practical skills for work or survival, emotional skills for relationships, or intellectual skills for understanding the world. Actively learning and honing skills equips your character for the challenges and opportunities ahead. Beliefs as inner monologue. What narratives does your protagonist tell themselves? Are they empowering beliefs that fuel growth, or limiting beliefs that restrict possibilities? Becoming aware of and consciously choosing your core beliefs is like writing your character's inner monologue, shaping their perception of the world and their place within it. Growth arc. Great characters evolve. Are you allowing yourself to learn from experiences, to grow wiser, stronger, more compassionate? Embracing challenges as opportunities for growth creates a compelling character arc, turning setbacks into catalysts for development. Authenticity here means acknowledging flaws not as permanent states, but as areas for potential growth in the ongoing story. 2. Driving the narrative, plot, action, and theme. A story needs movement, direction, and underlying meaning. As the author, you influence these through your choices and actions. Choices as plot points. Every significant choice you make is a plot point, altering the trajectory of your narrative. Choosing a career path, starting or ending a relationship, moving to a new place, deciding to pursue a passion, these are major turning points. But smaller, daily choices also shape the plot, choosing kindness over anger, perseverance over giving up, learning over stagnation. Conscious authorship involves making choices, big and small, that align with the kind of story you want to write. Action as narrative momentum. A story doesn't move forward through intention alone, it requires action. Taking steps towards goals, engaging with the world, facing challenges head-on, this is what creates narrative momentum. Passivity stalls the plot. As the author, you must prompt your protagonist, yourself, into action to advance the story. Theme as guiding purpose. What is the central message or meaning you want your life story to convey? Is it about love, resilience, adventure, service, learning, creativity? Identifying a core theme or purpose provides a guiding principle for your choices and actions. It's the why behind the plot, giving depth and coherence to the narrative. This theme isn't necessarily static, it can deepen or shift as your story unfolds. 3. Coloring the story, setting and tone. The context and attitudes surrounding the event significantly impact the reader's experience, and your own experience of living. Setting is chosen environment. While we don't always choose our initial circumstances, we often have agency over the settings where we spend our time and energy. This includes the people we surround ourselves with, our supporting cast, the communities we engage in, the places we live, and the work environments we choose or create. Consciously selecting settings that nourish your character and align with your desired plot is part of authorship. It also involves contributing positively to those settings. Tone is narrative perspective. How is the story told? Is it a tragedy filled with victimhood and blame? A comedy finding humor even in hardship? A drama emphasizing struggle? An adventure focused on exploration and learning? While you don't control all events, you have significant influence over the tone through your perspective and attitude. Cultivating gratitude, resilience, optimism, or acceptance can fundamentally change the feel of your story, even when the external plot points remain challenging. You choose the narrative lens. 4. The intricate writing process, drafts, revisions, and blocks. Writing a life, like writing a book, is a messy, iterative process, not a linear march towards perfection. Life is a first draft. Recognize that much of life is lived as a first draft. We make mistakes, take wrong turns, write awkward sentences. This is normal and human. Beating yourself up over past chapters is like criticizing an early draft for not being the final polished version. Revision is growth. The power lies in revision. Learning from mistakes, making amends, changing behaviors, updating beliefs, this is the vital work of editing and rewriting aspects of your narrative. It's not about erasing the past, but about integrating its lessons to write a better future chapter. This requires honesty, humility, and self-compassion. You can choose to start a new chapter, redefine your character, or change the direction of the plot. Editing out limiting scripts. Sometimes we internalize scripts from our past. I'm not good enough. I'll always fail. I don't deserve happiness. Conscious authorship involves identifying these limiting narratives and actively editing them out, replacing them with more empowering and authentic storylines. Navigating writer's block. Everyone feels stuck sometimes. In life, this might manifest as feeling directionless, unmotivated, or trapped. Like a writer facing a block, strategies include taking a break, seeking inspiration from others, nature, art, trying a different approach, focusing on small steps, writing just one sentence, one paragraph, or simply acknowledging the block without judgment until clarity emerges. Sometimes, a period of quiet incubation is needed before the next chapter can begin. Choosing your genre. While life throws various elements at us, we can influence the overall genre through our focus and choices. Do you actively seek adventure? Cultivate romance? Focus on personal drama? Strive for a story of service? Recognizing your power to shape the genre adds another layer to intentional living. 5. The reality of co-authorship and plot twists. It's crucial to acknowledge that we are not the sole authors of our lives. Life is an improvisational performance with multiple actors and unpredictable stage directions. Other people as co-authors, the people in our lives, family, friends, partners, colleagues, even strangers, have their own agency, their own stories, their own pens. Their choices impact our narrative, sometimes profoundly. Healthy relationships involve respecting the co-authorship of others, collaborating, negotiating, and sometimes, setting boundaries when narratives clash. External events as plot twists. Life inevitably throws curveballs, illness, accidents, loss, economic downturns, global events. These are the unexpected plot twists that can derail our carefully planned narratives. We don't write these events, but we write the response. The skill of the author is revealed not just in planning the plot, but in how they navigate the unforeseen, how they integrate these twists into the ongoing story, finding resilience, meaning, or new directions in their wake. This is where character development truly shines. 6. Understanding the narrative arc and reading your own story. A conscious author understands the story's progression and learns from what's already been written. Past chapters as foundation. Your past chapters, your history, experiences, successes, failures, form the foundation of your current reality. They cannot be entirely erased, nor should they be. Reading your own past with compassion and curiosity allows you to understand your character's origins, recurring patterns, and unresolved conflicts. This understanding is vital for writing future chapters more consciously. It's about learning from the backstory, not being imprisoned by it. The present page. Authorship is most potent in the present moment. This is the page currently being written. Each day offers a fresh opportunity to make choices aligned with your desired character, plot, and theme. Mindfulness and presence are key authorial tools, allowing you to write this page with awareness rather than on autopilot. Future chapters as vision. While the future is unwritten, having a vision for upcoming chapters provides direction and motivation. Setting intentions, making plans, dreaming dreams, this is like outlining the next part of your novel. It's not about rigidly scripting every detail, but about holding a guiding vision that informs your present actions. What kind of legacy do you, as the author, want your story to leave? Writing a story worth living. Embracing the role of author of your own life is perhaps the most empowering stance you can take. It acknowledges the constraints and chaos of reality while simultaneously celebrating your capacity for choice, creativity, and meaning-making. It shifts the focus from what will happen to me? To what will I choose to do? Who will I choose to become? What story will I strive to write? It won't always be easy. There will be difficult chapters, moments of doubt, pages smudged with tears, and times when the plot feels utterly lost. But the pen remains in your hand. You can always choose your response. You can always start a new paragraph, a new page, a new chapter. So, pick up your pen. Write with courage, with intention, with compassion for your protagonist. Craft a character you admire, drive a plot aligned with your values, choose a tone of resilience, and revise with wisdom learned from past chapters. Write a story that is uniquely yours, a story that inspires you, a story worth living, page by precious page. The world doesn't need another imitation, it needs the authentic, unfolding narrative that only you can write.